What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we're going to be looking at Virgin Galactic stock, ticker symbol SPCE, and I have the chart right here pulled up. So, what's been going on with SPCE? Why has this stock been on a downwards trend ever since the big launch, right? That launch was supposed to send us even higher, and yet we've just been sinking ever since. Even today, we're making new lows. For our recent history, at least, we're making new lows. We're down around $26. This isn't looking great for the stock, right? We just had the earnings call. The earnings did spike us up a bit, but afterwards, we have been on continuation of the downwards trend. So what's going on with space? Why has it been sinking over not just the past couple days, but the past couple weeks and months? Well, the reason is this stock is very ahead of its time, right? This stock is banking on the fact that in the future they're going to be very profitable. And that's why they're trading at a valuation that they are. So when people buy space stock, they're expecting to get a big return, a massive return in the far, far out future. And a lot of investors just aren't comfortable taking the gamble that this stock or any space stock is going to fail in the meantime, right? It's very possible for any of these companies that one of them could go bankrupt, like Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin. Those companies, potentially, if they didn't have billionaires funding them, could go bankrupt. I mean, I don't find it very likely, but it's possible, right? If things just took a turn for the worst, if all their launches failed, if the research and development they didn't pan out, then potentially, they could go bankrupt. And a lot of investors are not comfortable holding these stocks for years and years and years, hoping for a return. A lot of investors want stocks that are giving returns today, right? That are making money, that are profitable, and that's fine. That's understandable. They'll get their, 5 to 10% returns annualized every year. And people who hold stocks like these, I think, especially if they make good buys and buy in at good prices, tend to make a bit more. So Virgin Galactic has been dumping lately. Now, how far will it dump and how high will it go on its next pump up? Well, I have some insights into that, and that comes in the form of a zone of support that I've identified over the past couple months. Space has really been trading in this zone right here, and you can see that they have spiked up ever since they got into this zone. They've kind of been trading around in it, bouncing around these support and resistance levels, and every now and then they'll break out and then come right back down to it. And even when they go down, they come right back up to it. And they broke out last time. They came right back down. Now we're in this zone of support again. And I expect that we will remain in this zone because this company, though it made lows of $14.27, I don't expect that we'll go that low again because this company has had a lot of positive news and they had a successful launch. They're a better company fundamentally. I don't think we'll be making the same lows as we were before. We're even losing less money, right? This low came on an earnings call where we lost quite a bit per share, and we're not losing that much now, even though we're putting a lot into research and development still. So I don't expect that we will drop very far below this zone. I mean, potentially we dip below it, but I think we'll quickly get sucked right back up into it. So I think that $23 about is a pretty good support level. And, if the closer we get to that, I think the better a buy this stock is, because I expect, if you're a trader and you're interested in trading this, that we will likely be bouncing around this zone for a bit until another catalyst comes out. And that catalyst could take the form of, potentially good or bad news. If it's bad news, probably, I mean, who knows what that could be? Someone leaving the project. Who knows? Let's not think about the bad news, but the good news could potentially be news of a new launch, some new innovations they've had with the rockets, more funding for research and development. There's a bunch of things that could potentially pump this stock up a bit out of this zone of support. But I think that for the next while, the next couple of months, we'll probably, even if we do spike out of it, we will probably return to this zone because it has been identified as a very strong zone over the past couple of months. And until something really big happens, right? Until something really big that either makes or breaks the stock happens, I don't think we'll be trading out of it for too long a period of time. And once it does happen, then we'll enter a new zone of support, as many stocks do, because the reason that stocks like this trade in zones is because they aren't, like I said before, currently profitable. They're not really that close even to profitability. And when a stock is profitable and they're growing their revenues and growing their income, they're able to continually go up year after year and month after month, kind of like an Amazon. And a stock like this, we're really banking on the long term. So I expect that we will continue trading in zones, though as we get closer to profitability, I expect those zones to move higher and higher, right? And we'll, of course, have huge spikes up around really hyped up events like the launch, like we did earlier. And we'll even have big spikes down when there's bad news like a negative earnings call where the company lost more money than is expected. But overall, I expect us to return to these zones of support. And, these zones could take, the next one could be up here, for say, and the next one after that could be up here. And then maybe we even trend down, right? And the next one moves down to this area. And there's really no telling where these will be until they're identified in the future. But for the next short term, you can somewhat assume that we'll be trading in this $23 to $35 range. And that's my assumption. That's what I'm going to be trading based off of. If you're a long-term investor in this, then you don't need to worry about these zones. You can really forget about it because you're just holding for the long term, hoping for appreciation in the stock price over the long term. And if you are a trader, then you probably might want to consider looking at these zones and trading off of them a little bit, at least using them as one indication of where you think the stock might be going next. So that's what I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.